Happy New Year. I'd like to call the meeting to order. It is 6:31
It has
for me
the date.
chatting. Oh, and I have a typo. Thank you. What is I'm messing up something. So this is going to go on the our webpage too. So if that is incorrect, then
Give it back?
yeah, I did you D.
Yes.
Okay, I changed you, so I changed Catherine, John, and Suzanne. And then I will update mine and then get that on, Marie is not here. Okay, she was gonna come.
I
So,
updated the website too. I don't know if that's on the agenda or not. I looked at it quickly, but,
yes, it is.
so if you want to, okay, yeah. So if
Thank
wanna
you.
look at the website, just
Yep.
to double check. Okay.
Marie said she was coming. Here's my little cheat sheet. So I know who to expect. So, minutes of the last meeting. I'm going to go right into that. Does anybody want to make a motion? And accept it. Kathy and then John. Thank you very much. Okay, membership renewals and new members. First of all, thank you all. Everybody has been approved, and based on that form as well, we are moving the people up that were alternates into the opening positions. The dates might have changed. I'm not sure how the register does that, but I think she goes for the first available date and slides somebody in or something. So you might have had a 2027 date, now you have a 2026 date or whatever. It really doesn't matter. We just renew and go again. And then we have two alternates. So we have Suzanne and we have Lee. So welcome aboard. I understand everybody has been sworn in and we're ready to go. So thank you very much. So that is our election notices as well. And what I'd like to do is have a motion to change the agenda from a new business item. I got this late, but we'd like to have Eden do her state of the town information for us. Do you mind if we move that up on the agenda? So if somebody would make a motion. So moved. Kathy, and seconded?
No.
John. So that's to add Eden to the agenda with the town. Yeah, we're gonna add her because it's not on this
It's
formal.
riveting, you guys.
Yes.
I can hardly wait.
Okay, let me get my recorder out, right? I gotta take notes, right?
Wait, even should I move the flags behind you?
All rise. No, it's not.
The
that
gavel.
Wait, am I doing it now?
Yes, go ahead, thank you.
Okay. Well, good evening. Thank you for the opportunity to say a few words. First of all, I would like to thank the Commission on Aging for the invaluable work you do on behalf of our older residents. Your tireless advocacy, thoughtful programs, and dedication to improving the quality of life for our seniors make a significant impact on our entire community. Whether it is through providing resources at our wellness fair, offering support services at Cares Day, or ensuring the voices of our older adults are heard and respected, your contributions ensure our town remains a place where aging is not seen as a challenge, but instead an opportunity, one which brings wisdom, strength, and a deep sense of belonging. Town Hall staff continues to be one of the most committed and caring group of people I have had the pleasure of working with. I am proud to have them by my side each day and witness their dedication. We have some incredible new employees at Town Hall. Lisa Madden, our new finance director, joined our staff in November. Lisa and I are currently working together with all town department heads on their preliminary budgets as we are in the initial stages of fiscal year 25-26 budget planning season. We are diligently working to save our town money without sacrificing our service to the community. Heidi Tucker Dillon, our tax collector, joined us earlier last year and is doing an incredible job in her new role, as well as developing great relationships with our taxpayers. Heidi is currently in classes to obtain her assessor certifications in the hopes of working a dual role for East Granby in the future. The town has hired Tyke, our planning consultant, to begin work on our town's plan of conservation and development. The POCD due in 2026 is being funded by a $50,000 local capital improvement grant. LoCIP grant. The POCD is a strategic document which outlines a community's long-term goals and policies related to land use, environmental protection, infrastructure, and overall development. The POCD serves as a blueprint for making decisions about zoning, developmental projects, and other factors which impact the community's future, aiming to balance growth with environmental and cultural preservation. The POCD is a statutory required document required every 10 years and is put together with input from town boards and commissions, as well as community and local business workshops. Last year, I mentioned several grants the town won, and we are beginning to see the awards come to fruition. Construction plan design was just awarded to a company for the realignment of School Street, the hub of our village center. We hope to see the initial phases of construction later this year. Our 2 Welcome to East Granby Village Center signs are set to be installed alongside Route 20 in the next few months. We will have a ribbon cutting to commemorate the occasion. The sidewalks throughout our town campus will also be installed this spring thanks to the connectivity grant our planning department won, as well as the pickleball and basketball court construction at East Granby Farms made possible with the steep grant won by Parks and Rec. A huge thank you to all our volunteers who tirelessly give their time to help better our East Granby community. Our town boards, fire department, and service organizations are all run by volunteers. A few of our organizations which benefit the town and its residents are the Women's Club of East Granby, who sponsors our annual 5K and golf tournament, Front Defend Food Pantry and Thrift Shop, Commission on Aging, who hosts the Wellness Fair, and Lions Club, who sponsors the Memorial Day Parade and the ever-popular Rubber Duck Derby. Resilience Grows Here assists the veterans and their families with mental health counseling, suicide prevention programs, and education. Parks and Recreation sponsors the annual Christmas tree lighting, and the Youth Action Council at the middle and senior high schools give our students exposure to the community and teaches leadership skills to our youth. East Granby also has 6 town commissions, 6 boards, and several committees, all comprised of elected members and volunteers. Volunteerism affords our community many opportunities we would not otherwise have. Thank you to all who are helping make my second term in office rewarding. I appreciate the good advice and support I continually receive, and I especially enjoy getting to know each of you better by working with you here on Commission on Aging. Your work matters, and I am excited to see the positive changes we will continue to make together.
There you go.
Amen.
I missed it.
Okay,
Sorry, I'm
so
late.
I have a couple of questions.
Sure.
So we
I'm not
have, yeah, the new financial person,
Yeah.
is that,
Am I when you're winning here?
is
We
it
had
a new
someone in the
position?
No,
or-
we had someone in the position, but they retired or resigned.
We're good.
Okay,
Yep, so it's just taking their place.
so it's a new, it's just a new hire
Any
into
new
an old
employee.
position?
Yep.
Okay, and the tax collector?
Yes.
Heidi, is that a new position?
No,
Or,
we've always had a tax collector, but she,
well, we had 2, one official and then
we
an
had one and then an
assistant.
assistant,
Right.
yeah. So then we, our tax collector, she passed away, actually. So then
Oh,
our assistant, Sherry, became our tax collector, but then she moved on to another town. And so we replaced her.
I got it.
Yeah.
Okay,
So
so
there's
now,
one full-time position.
okay,
But a lot of smaller towns, for budgetary reasons, and just because we're a smaller town, are transitioning to a dual role, like I mentioned, where the assessor, or the tax collector can also do assessing. So it becomes a one-person job. Because right now we're using basically a consultant for our tax assessor, or, excuse me, for our assessor. Yeah.
okay.
She's been here for 2 years, and she was supposed to be here for like 6 months, but she's great. So it's actually our old assessor, Mary Ellen's daughter. So
Oh, okay.
yeah.
All right. And the village center, I know there was a whole program, and so is that now just going to be where Domino's is? Is that going to be what's called the village center?
No, so the village center starts essentially at the top of like Holcomb and Newgate.
Okay.
And goes all the way down to the craft is essentially the village center. The drawings,
craft.
The craft bakery, I always
East
say
Street.
craft, East Street shops.
Okay.
Planet Fitnesses,
Okay.
should know where the craft.
Well, I'm like, I don't drink beer. Is that?
No,
a beer
it's a
place?
bakery. It's a bakery.
Oh, I gotta find that one out.
Yeah.
It's probably
So-
better that I don't know.
Bring lots of money.
Yeah, okay.
That's for Planet Fitness.
We're Planet
Okay,
Fitness, yeah.
Planet Fitness, okay.
So they basically, the consulting company that we used, who did the whole study, basically gave us like 3 areas of concentration in the village center to focus our development around. But School Street is essentially the hub, so it's like the center of it. Where now School Street will be walkable with sidewalks and be able to attract businesses and there's 42 apartments already going in there. They haven't broken ground yet, but so that street, and I don't know if you're familiar with it, but everything about the Village Center is all on the website, so you can kind of see what the plans are and what the study showed as far as like population growth and how it affects Board of Ed or schools and things like that. So that's all on there. But I just had a thought in my head, but I lost it. But you can go on there and see how it all works. But essentially, the road will no longer dump out onto Route 20. It would go around the liquor.
Yes, I remember seeing that. It's gonna go to that.
Safety
Right.
concern, and it'll alleviate that and just make it more walkable downtown.
Yes. And I know this is an aside, but since we're talking, I thought it would bring it up. One of the problems that I am concerned about is the entrance from Windsor, right there at the the exit of Route 20 connector and the entrance to Route 20 connector. So that's, they're coming from the airport or Route 20, and then they're going to
Yeah,
Route
that's always
20.
been, so that's not part of this area. But
Right, well, I know it's a state road too, but if you have any way, I almost got hit by somebody because he was more focused on who's going on to Route 20
Yeah.
and didn't even notice me coming and then was flipping me off, and I'm like,
That's a crazy.
it's really hard for them to get out.
I just recommend not using that road.
Well,
But-
we have that
Yeah.
light now by, the Army National Guard or whatever.
Yeah.
So it would be easy enough to just make them go that way to the light. I know the town truck is there and I know it's a town issue, but if you have any say in any meetings, that might be something to bring up, that
Yeah.
we redirect that road, stop them from coming out right there where there's
Well,
so much.
Do you know where Larch Road is? Larch
Yes.
comes out. That is going to be a cul-de-sac now, so they can't come out onto Route 20. They're gonna have to like reroute. I forget what that street name is right now. It's escaping me, but it goes into Windsor and then they would have to come out onto.
Rainbow. Rainbow.
Yeah, but there's like a stoplight at that road instead of now where there's nothing.
Right, there's nothing now, and it's
Yeah.
right there at
That's
the
near
entrance.
66, I think.
Yeah, so if you have any, that's just something that the state should,
That's one of the things we're doing with Windsor, but yes.
yeah, because it's so dangerous. It's almost impossible to come out that way.
You're talking about the road where the DOT is, right?
Exactly, right. And I know the DOT wouldn't be happy about it because it's very convenient to their facility right there. But just coming down to the light wouldn't be that bad. And it would give them more safety, trying to
Yeah,
pull out
all
with a
that
truck.
area is getting looked at, to be honest.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah,
I know one deadly accident. Yeah.
there's been a few, unfortunately.
Yeah, it's really, really a bad scope there. So, yes, so my only recommendation is to anybody, any way that you have an ability to say something to other towns or the state itself, to redirect that. I live right off of Route 20, as you guys know, and Route 20 is never quiet.
No, there's 18,000 cars a day.
And it's all night long, all night long. If I wait, I have a neighbor that, very diligent employee that gets there on time. I can set my clock at 2:30 in the morning. He leaves past my house and gets on Route 20, and I can hear him all the way through. But, there was one day, it was a Sunday afternoon, and all of a sudden it was dead quiet in the backyard, and I went, is this a holiday? I mean, I was really freaked out. I'm like, is something major happening? Because there was like no traffic on Route 20. You couldn't hear it. And I'm not on the road, I'm back.
I can hear Route 20 a mile down where I live on Newgate. I can hear Route 20.
It's crazy.
It is.
And
Wow.
and
Especially
with
the big
Google,
trucks.
Google and everybody else, all the maps, because of all the construction in Cheshire and all that took forever in Waterbury, they route all the trucks on Route 20
Right.
to Route 8.
Yep.
And all the way out. And that's what started it 10, 15 years ago, but the maps have never changed. And I don't know if Waterbury's any better now than they were before with the mix master, but, so anyway, so, and I'm glad to hear we have pickleball and basketball courts coming.
Yep.
I do want to ask one other thing. Senior living facilities, is that anywhere in the plan? And is that something, where's Rich? Is that something
Yeah,
that
I mean, it
we
would
are
have to be-
supposed to be
Yeah, it
thinking
would have to
about?
be a builder that's wanting to do it, and it's not easy to get. I don't know if there's not money in it. Like, I don't know the reason why people don't build them, but because our zoning regs would allow for it. It just, if it's not in there, I don't know exactly what our regulations allow for, but we all know there's a need for it. It's just someone willing to build it. So.
You mean like Higley or Metacomet Homes, something like that?
Or
Right.
active adult or something. Is that
Right,
something- okay, I
right.
was thinking active adult in my head, but
Or, I don't know, what's off of East Street? Is that considered over 55 or something? So I don't think we have anything
I
in
think
town
something
like that.
becomes
but-
active adult when there's more than a percentage of 55 and older living in it too. But from my understanding, that's not what it is now. I mean, there's deposits on properties. They're rentals though, so.
So is that
The
something,
ones now being built, yeah.
is that something us as a commission are supposed to be thinking about and proposing or trying to encourage?
Yeah, I mean, I could
I
talk
don't
with
know.
our town planner and just see how to attract that more, but my understanding, it's up to a builder wanting to build it,
Well, that's,
I mean, there's probably state fund, I know there's like grants and funding and things, but that's up to the developer to get, so I can find out more information.
yeah, please, because, I mean, all of these surrounding towns, how are they doing it? What, do they just have nicer developers in their area? Or is there some benefit to them? Because otherwise, why would they?
There's the one over there in East Windsor, or East Windsor Hill, near Sophia's,
Okay.
that's been a disaster. The
Now,
guy,
are we talking about active adult communities?
Yeah.
Or are we talking about Higley, Metacomet?
Like senior,
Senior.
Elderly
Like, what falls under my responsibility is what I'm talking about.
Well,
mean-
active 55 and over communities, it wouldn't be part of us, I wouldn't think.
I wouldn't think that, but if it's housing that,
They're very expensive usually.
Metacomet and Higley are not necessarily senior housing.
their income.
They're elderly
It's their
disabled
income
housing.
base, right, but, so I guess
And they're HUD
that's
funded.
more of what we would need in town. So I'm not sure what it should be called or how you would entice it. I'm just spitballing, like, should we
you're right,
be,
like,
as
active
a
adult,
commission,
it's
thinking
not
about that?
Inexpensive.
Do you want it to be
It's
about,
not.
like,
It's
those
very
places where
expensive.
it's qualified
Yeah.
And
to
it
be in
usually
them, or, like,
involves-
those
Higley
more
Metacomet is
independent
affordable
living
because it's
places
Yeah.
HUD funded.
Yes.
pay to be there,
Right.
sort of
But it's
thing.
privately owned.
Like,
I know.
I don't
I know
have a
that. It's
game
so weird to
plan.
have
I'm
somebody
just
come
thinking
in
we
that
have a
gets it.
large
It's weird.
elderly population, and there's a lot of people that are shut-ins, living on their own, that probably don't want to be living on their own and might be interested in staying in town, but.
Yeah, that's the goal, but like Elise said, those are, Higley Metacomet are
Privately owned.
privately owned, funded by the Housing Authority. So, and we don't, the federal's.
The government, yeah.
And East Granby doesn't have a housing.
We don't have a
authority.
housing authority.
Yeah.
Like
so-
Simsbury has a housing authority, they're bigger towns, so they have a
Right,
housing authority.
so is that where we should be going, though, is to the federal and saying we need more
Well, again, that's up to like a builder
we
wanting to
couldn't.
build that.
I mean, unless you want to build something. I mean, we couldn't say
There's nothing
we
that
want
Commission
funding
Aging
for
can
a
do.
project because we don't have a project.
Right.
I mean, unless there's a builder that comes in, and like Eden said, they would be deciding whether they wanted to
So if you
go.
HUD property,
Yeah.
finance.
But I wonder though, if we were to question the federal government, whatever agency that is, they may already know a developer that would be interested, that's done others, and say, oh, this one might be interested. This is off the top of my head, so I haven't put any time or energy into it. I'm just wondering if that's something we as a commission need to
I can
think
ask our town
about.
planner how things like this
How it goes.
usually happen.
Yeah.
You get like chains of like the independent livings and the assisted living, like they have different chains of them and they're always looking for like new places. Because I know all the way down like through Avon, like that whole road, they're starting to put up a ton of them.
Right.
I don't know where in East Granby we have land for that, but
And I don't, I have a friend that the parents went in and it was like $400,000 to buy in, to get an apartment, but then it was throughout their whole life.
Right.
So right now it's an independent living and then it would move into assisted living, into whatever.
Seabury, like City.
Seabury, yeah.
Queen does that.
Masonic
Hers
care,
has
those
big
kind of
houses.
places.
That is
Yeah.
independent living and
Right.
Yeah, it's very expensive.
Yeah, but that's not what you're looking for, though.
No, not necessarily, because I don't know, I don't think our town is notoriously have rich people that could afford something
Right.
like that.
You need more of an apartment type dwelling.
Affordable housing.
Right.
But
Affordable
then you have
housing.
somewhere like where my grandparents just went, Evergreen Crossing, like that's a lesser expensive one and that's completely independent, but it still provides like meals and stuff, like it's a different level of it because there's so many different types of buildings.
yeah, there's that one in South.
Is that considered over 50, like a 55 plus community, or is it?
That's independent living. It is
It's okay.
real, true, independent living. Their meals are provided. They get no care. They do have like the call bells, but there's no assistance. You pay privately for any help.
So anybody could go in there?
I think there is an age requirement. I do
Okay.
not know what it is, but yes, there
Yeah.
is an age requirement. But you pay like the one bill, like it's somewhere around $5,000 a month for two people, whatever. And they get cleaning services, they get all their meals, they have people on site if they need help, they have the gym, they have a little general store, like, and everything's included for that. Like you're not paying for cable, you're not paying for electricity, heating, any of that.
So that's like a independent living and
That's
assisted.
It's
instead of a-
not assisted, there's no assistance.
No assistance, so
At
if you
all.
get to that point, you'd have to move out.
It's like an all-inclusive.
Well, it's like assisted living.
Yeah, or hire to have somebody come in.
Assistance, yes.
There's no assistance.
You get your meals.
Because in assisted living is you can have that independent living and get all those
Yes.
benefits.
This one does not have
Right,
that.
that's interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The one I
There
work
are
at
so many
is
different
started
types,
independent
because
and
I'm
you can go
looking
through
at
memory
into that in
care.
Florida, and there are, even over 55 offers a lot of things. you know,
Right.
So,
Where did you say this was?
Evergreen Crossing is behind Costco in South Windsor. It's like being on a cruise ship per my grandparents.
no, sounds like, I mean, you can't ask for anything better, right?
My mom's like, am I old enough?
kinda
Can I
interested.
come?" She's like, I don't have to cook anymore. You can vacuum
Yeah.
for me.
Shopping right there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
everything's walkable. There's the Whole Foods. You can Evergreen walk.
Yeah.
There are jokes out there that you might as well just, take a monthly cruise because you're.
Well, yeah,
They do
cruise the
the-
world and
there are
just
some
stay on the
secret
ships
deals out
forever, right?
I've met people who do the year-long ones when they're retired because they're like, well, now I don't need a house.
Yeah.
Right? Thank you. Is there any questions other than mine to Eden?
But I will say that the new tax collector is very pleasant, and she makes she takes the sting out of things.
Very nice. Thank
Very
you.
nice.
I will let her know.
That was Heidi.
Give her some positive feedback.
Yes, welcome her aboard. Okay, thank you very much.
Do that.
Next up is our senior services.
Matching election?
Well, I already talked about, you're right. Those yes.
Those elections.
Who wants to be chair? I forgot what that meant. I thought it meant the memberships, sorry.
No, that's good, all right.
So, we need to vote on chair, vice chair positions. I don't think we don't have a budget, so we don't really need a treasurer, so.
I nominate Cheryl for running McCann for,
You could really think about it a little longer, you know? I think we should think about it because we have great membership now. So it doesn't have to be me.
There could be other nominations.
Yes.
I nominate Cheryl.
Or
I
does
nominate
yourself. I vote to close nominations.
I think we have a.
Oh, man. That didn't go the way I wanted.
Do you have any nominations?
Well, I think everybody is, there's quite a few that are more knowledgeable than me in this arena, for sure. I've been feeling my way. I don't have experience in elder care.
Now you do.
I'm getting it, and, you know, I'm a taxi for quite a few.
I think you did a great job, though. We're here to help you as much as
Right,
we
you run a
can.
great meeting and you're here to head the meeting and have us all, you know, get the information we need, basically. That's the way I
Until
look
you
at
get
it.
tired of the position.
All right, now you're really trying to sell it, aren't you?
And we love you.
Why, thank you. Okay,
So we have to find out if you accept.
okay,
Sorry, but that's how it goes.
okay. Okay,
So we
yeah,
close the door, hearing no other, correct?
yes. Are there any others?
Going on, it's going on.
Everybody left the table?
Yes.
Okay, I accept.
thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And
So
do we
I
need,
probably should do it. All in favor of Cheryl being chair?
Aye.
Opposed, abstentions? Congratulations.
thank you.
One more year.
Is this what they call a winning?
Vice chair now.
Yes.
Is it 1 year or 2 years?
1 year.
I think it's winning.
It's one.
Every 10. I definitely would rethink that one. Thanks, Warren.
Now that you have voted in, you can take nominations for vice chair.
Thank you. All right, nominations for vice chair?
I nominate Kathy.
I nominate Jessica. What is it? You have a lot more.
You're learning from the best.
than I
You're
do.
winning, you're learning from the best.
Yeah, you guys are masters.
Boy, it's getting deep in here. I gotta put my boots on.
Well, just because you have so much experience. We know
But
that.
I don't do events or any like community stuff.
Jess, you want to get out of the house.
I do, but not that bad.
It's just one night.
It's great for your resume.
You got a lot of input.
I think Kathy is doing a wonderful job.
Maybe can you poll?
Month after month, yeah.
Any others? We have Jess and we have Kathy. Although I'm not sure that either have accepted it.
Cheryl does most everything anyway.
That is
Like,
true.
I know, that's annoying.
That's annoying.
It is for me too.
Annoying at all.
Because it's usually about 2 o'clock in the morning and I'm like, oh darn, I didn't do that yet.
I know, I see those emails.
Yeah,
When I wake
I
up.
really want us to be more active, like for the wellness fair and everything next year. Like, you need to. fill out
Honey?
some stuff.
There you go.
I signed up for a bunch of stuff and it just didn't happen. You did it all.
Well,
Next year. Let's-
yes. Unfortunately, yes. Unfortunately, I've done it for so many times and trying to transfer the documents or somebody else to recreate the documents that I have.
Yeah.
It's easier to just push the button, you know?
I understand.
The hardest part is really what I asked you guys to do, which was make the calls, make sure the people are still working there, there's still the right contacts. That's the hardest thing. Everything else is just email coming back and checking off there are yes, there are no. And then the paperwork later, but.
I have learned that if you share those documents, at least you're like handing it to someone. Do you know what I'm saying? So like if you couldn't do it next year for some reason, at least someone would have the documents.
Yes,
You know what I mean?
they have been shared.
Okay. So I have them?
Yes. No, I didn't share them necessarily.
Okay.
Well, yes.
Never mind.
But I have a shared area that I've given permission to the people that
Okay,
said,
gotcha.
we're going to make calls and
Okay.
stuff.
Right.
So I shared them
That's
so
good.
they'd have, and it's the master spreadsheet, if you
Okay.
will, that, you know,
It's
That's
involved.
good
I
then.
like the pamphlets and the stuff that you print up and the raffle stuff and the.
I think if we.
Let's all get involved this year.
Yes, I would love to have that. And again, I just want to say that I have asked every meeting for help, because my job is not a 35-hour-a-week job. It's more of a 75 to 80. And I'm getting real tired of that too. So that's why I'm up at 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, especially if there's a storm, because I'm the alert system. So everybody has to be in there ready to go to get the no school notices, or active shooter, or whatever the hell that's going on in the given day. So, but anyways, we need to decide on vice chair, and we have to find out if either one of you, what was that?
It goes one at a time.
One at a
There's
time.
motions on the floor now that Marie and John seconded to have Kathy be.
Okay.
So we have to find out if she accepts.
Somebody seconded me, really?
Yes, John did.
I accept.
Oh.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
That's very much appreciated. No, you are.
Okay. And can we have a vote? All those in favor of Kathy being vice chair?
Aye.
Okay.
Discussion? Maybe Jesse could
Next year.
learn from her.
Okay, maybe next year. All right.
Yeah.
I've been a member.
Get more
for over
confident.
a year.
Last year, though, I walked in, I was like, oh, hi, I'm back.
Yeah.
I swore to you I was a member like 2 weeks ago.
Conflict of interest.
All in favor?
What Kelly said.
Aye. Any opposed?
No.
Somebody tie down her hands. Where are my zip ties, right? Okay, thank you. Welcome aboard. Senior Services, thank you, Kelly. I'm coming back to you.
Okay, no problem. We had a successful holiday party in December, up to pretty much like pre-COVID numbers. We had almost 50 people here for the holiday party. Coming up, this Friday is nutrition in the new year. And then on the 24th, we have the financial fraud and scams program given by People's Bank. And then in February, we're going to see a play up in Massachusetts. And then we have Valentine's Bingo. And I'm currently working now on the spring calendar, which would cover March, April, and May.
Woo-hoo. Very good.
Are we gonna have that Valentine thing, the secret Valentine?
No, that was pretty much a COVID-related program. That was because seniors were not able to really go anywhere, get out of the house. They were mostly affected by the COVID virus, so that was kind of built around there. And the person who really spearheaded it, she has kind of given that up after last year. So, and I think we were in agreement with her too. But that's what it was about when it came out. It was
Served its role
prompted
and-
by COVID.
Okay, and that was where it was a gift. It was a flower or,
Right. She really coordinated, she did yeoman's work. She just coordinated with local businesses to try and come up with different price points so that people could do, various things, whether it was long stem or the craft or, and then she had volunteers that would help deliver. She did it over the course of the 4 weekends of February.
okay. 'Cause we talked about that several months ago of perhaps doing cards. And we thought that that was going to happen again. So we said, well, maybe we'll do cards for the spring for the seniors instead, because we thought Valentine's was going to handle that in some way. But
I mean, the women's club does.
Yeah, I think that's what we talked
You
about, was
can
the
send
women.
the carnation with like a chocolate. I think they still did that last year.
Oh,
It's just
okay, so
not
there's something
specific to
else.
seniors, right? It's just like, so anyone could send a Valentine
Oh,
to anyone. So if you are aware of someone that you think, would want a Valentine carnation, I think they're fairly cheap. I don't remember either what they were.
Like $5 or something.
That was like community based, and then the
Yes.
senior secret admirer was senior based post-pandemic, or pandemic, post-pandemic. So a little bit different, but same timing.
okay, all right. So, my thought then is, what do you guys want to do? Is that something we want to look at doing cards for Valentine's Day, or do we want to hold off in spring because we are at, we only have one more meeting before Valentine's Day, the beginning of February, so we have to be doing something real quick.
Yeah, let's do cards.
You want to do cards?
Yeah, I'll take on the smoker.
Okay, so we get the list from Kelly. Typically, we get the list from you. Oh, at least in Kelly.
Yeah, the list, Kelly.
Which list?
Well, you guys were talking about
do you want?
something, so.
We were saying that children in the schools sometimes do the Valentines. We were trying to recall. But that was, I think, a spin-off of Secret Senior Admirer. Kathy, I think
I couldn't
she
remember.
had-
I just know
think
that
she had a
Seymour School
group.
did cards for both villages.
And they handed them out with
Yes.
the, yeah, that was part, I think that was a spin-off of it, or kind of a part of it, extension of it. But yeah, the lists for, you guys decided with the cards though, what age bracket did
Yes.
you wanted to do?
Right, so that's the list I was going to talk to Kelly about, getting us a list, and we have to decide at what age bracket do we want to do. Because we sent like 260 or something the last time, and I think we did 80 and above.
I think so. I think it was
So-
80 above, and then Americana and Higgins.
Right, we did everybody there. So, do we want to do that again? And Kelly, do you remember, I think you only got a couple of people that responded that said that was
Yeah,
nice to
well, I had
receive
a
card.
couple of mixed. I had people who were like, oh, that was great, and then people who were like, why am I getting
Yeah, they
this?
weren't sure. Some were going, it's hard.
Some people get insulted, and some people like it. Hard to tell,
Yeah.
Am I needy?
But a Valentine is specific. If
Yeah.
we're talking about Valentine.
Right,
Those were
You're
just
just
not
saying,
sure.
like-
They were greeting, thinking of you.
right.
They were worried, like, did something happen? Why were you?
Oh,
You know, some of them were like,
Sigrid
My
Byers.
mother-in-law still trying to figure out who sent her the cupcake like 4 years ago. And it was this, I'm like, it's a secret admirer. You
oh
can't
yeah,
know
they didn't
that.
like it. They wanted, everybody wanted to know.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
They would be like, just tell us. We're like,
Yeah.
It's a boy out there, Mom.
there's somebody
So,
stalking me.
do we, that's a good thing though to say, because we're thinking of you. And when you get, we're thinking of you, it's usually a sympathy kind of, like we're worried about you or whatever. So, but for Valentine's Day, I have to look at my source of my box and see how many Valentine's cards that we have. But is that what we want to do? And do we want to do it at a higher age level so we don't have as many, and then maybe still do a spring? I'm thinking the more they get them from us, the more they're like, oh.
Not so surprised. Yeah.
Right, they're not so surprised and like upset, like why, did something happen?
I'm not sure about the Valentine. You may be able to get the kids involved again. When you were talking about Kathy over at Seymour, and maybe you guys could be have the kids make them, and you guys.
We're doing our YAC
Distribute.
meeting tomorrow, and that's on our agenda to make cards for seniors. Possibly.
Maybe you guys could.
So if you guys are interested, I can ask the group tomorrow. I do the middle school YAC, so I can ask them to see it, which I'm sure they'll be able to. Cards that we can add to it.
Okay.
There should be, because they're trying to get involved.
Right,
That'll be a nice start.
so you're doing middle school, is there a high school
Yep.
too?
Jan Kowalski is the high school facilitator.
So you asked to take this on, so can I ask you to work with Donna and,
See if maybe Jan's kids were.
Yeah,
Right.
He lives about 4 houses away from me.
because I think, I think seniors like to see kids' handwriting too.
Artwork.
Not necessarily, you know, it kind of might mean more to them. It's,
Well, they don't write anymore.
yeah, that's
They're
true.
artistic.
We can ask Kathy Iwaniki as well.
Yeah.
She loves to do things like that. She
She
does.
might have it already on her
Yeah.
docket to do.
Who's that?
Kathy Iwaniki, she's at Seymour School.
Okay.
I can give you the number.
Third grade teacher.
Okay. And do you need stock from us? I'm not sure what you guys do. Do you use construction paper, or do you actually use cards, or what do you?
They would probably most likely need them, but with nice cutouts and.
Okay. I have a craft room, or I have craft stuff. So, you know, I have punches, heart punches and all that. So if you need anything like that, be glad to
Okay.
lend any of that.
And I'll check with.
I have a lot of
I don't mind.
templates and whatever. This- In my free time, that's what I'm gonna do again. So, so Kathy, you'll reach out to the 3 people. Thank you. And then get back with me, and if you need cards, like I said, I have a box that people have donated, so I can see what I have specifically for Valentine's. But also, like, the Dollar Tree and stuff, you can get a pack of 8 for $1.25 sometimes, you know, so that's usually what I just pick up, those kind of things when I'm.
Should we do 80 and over, or 85 and over? What should we do?
Well, I think we did 80 and over, and that was 260 or 250, so I'm thinking, you know, at this last time, late notice, maybe 85 or 90.
So I just have a few thoughts.
Okay.
If you're mailing, postage is not cheap any longer. It's like 70-something cents a stamp.
Postcard.
In addition, if they're doing construction paper cards,
Yes, I do.
where's the
Fine
envelope?
envelopes. yeah.
So I don't know if you want to stick to just Higley and Metacomet so that students can like deliver them to each of the doors or something like that, but just a consideration for the project.
Sure. Postage is really high.
Yeah, it's gonna be $1 to mail something pretty soon.
Good plan. Encourage them to do postcards, just a one.
Or they could do,
Cheaper.
the handmade ones could be delivered directly.
Handling.
Not common.
And then we
Yeah.
would only have to worry about the other people.
Just start with that this year, maybe, see how.
Well, there's only, like, there's like 90, I think. 40 in one and 50 in another.
Yeah, but they're not necessarily over 85 either.
Correct, but at that point, I think, you know,
Go to
what we've done
everybody.
before, we've done everybody.
I see. Okay.
Because, you know, the neighbor says, oh, I got one. Oh, I didn't get one. What's wrong with
We don't want
me?
You know, and I wrote to all of them like resident, or Metacomet resident, or I forget how it went, Hagley resident, blah, 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 blah. And I think a lot of people didn't open them and didn't know what they were.
Could be, yeah.
Oh, really?
So my question
This, and what are they writing? Why are they spoiling
It's
that?
like when the phone rings, you're like, who's
It's
this?
not
Yeah, I'm not picking that up.
At those,
You would look at it if it
Well,
was
no,
a kid.
sometimes a
If it's hand delivered,
Yeah.
it says
range, you know, to who we
handwritten,
send these
maybe, you
to,
know.
and saying, this is the range it should be. How do we
did, I
determine
wrote
that? How's-
well, theoretically, anybody over 55 is
Graham?
considered a senior. So that would be thousands, and we're not doing
Oh,
thousands.
no,
of
I'm saying, so we should do that.
No, no,
I'm
no.
just saying how we're.
And then
picking
what
the
our
range.
source is actually the voter registration is the only thing that we can go with that's public. So we may be missing a lot of seniors that are no longer registered, and we don't know about them. But that's what we've done. So what we've done is Kelly gets me the list, and I break it up by age, and then we say, okay, we've got X amount of 70 people, we've got X amount in 80s, X amount in 90s, and 5 over. So then we kind of decide how many do we want to deal with, or, you know, send out, and the time factor is also. And what do we want to say? What's our purpose? If it's just, you know, during COVID, it was just to say, hey, we're here, we're thinking about you, and that was it. Just so that they got mail and knew somebody was
So
out
maybe
there.
it's not such a great idea.
What, well, I'm not saying it's not a great idea. What did I say that made it sound like that?
Well, no, I mean, with the Secret Senior Admirer, it was kind of COVID driven, and the cars were a little bit COVID driven as well, so maybe there's not And you have people going, what do we get cards for? So maybe it's not such a great
We
idea.
get some people that called and said, oh, it was so nice. Don't
Yeah,
have the
I
card.
think
So
it's-
we got a mix.
And Valentine's
What's our
related,
percentage
people
on the
know
numbers
why.
that Send out.
Yeah.
Do you get a reply from that makes it worth it?
Probably 6 at the most,
Yeah,
like, you know,
yeah, you
that I
said that.
heard from.
Right,
That
instead of
said, like,
200,
oh my God.
Right.
Yeah.
Maybe just the hand delivered to
Not a comment.
Higley
Yeah.
and comment. Is
For
that the best way to
In the
go?
sake of
Well,
time.
Yeah, and you're hitting like,
well, I
Good
understand
chunk of the.
that's the easiest people to do.
and it doesn't cost much.
But-
It's expensive.
I don't think that's the audience that we should be focused on. The audience that's really of concern are the people that are living alone in a house
Not
and don't get a lot of visitors. And that's not Higley and Metacomet necessarily. They're all pretty mobile for the most part. So that's just my opinion. That's why, I'm trying to, my personal opinion is to try and reach those people, or not even reach them, just let somebody know we care, that you are home alone. And if there's a number to call or something, that's even bonus, but
How do flyers get delivered? Like, junk mail? Like,
The bulk rate.
yeah.
It's kind of like Talk Turkey. Like I was thinking, is there anything we can stick in Talk Turkey? Like only read this if you're over 18. Keep your eyes open.
Well,
we made like little flyers, just advertised, and whatever, delivered like
Yeah.
flyers, because it's like driving around sticking crap in people's mailbox.
well, and it's illegal to put
Okay.
something in people's mailboxes too, so,
You could stick it in the outside.
Tape it to them, right? Like the Anderson Windows does all
Yeah,
the
the
time.
door, yeah, in their fake handwriting.
yeah.
Sexy man.
I'm like,
They just tuck it in the little
Yeah.
mail thing.
Yeah, my house is too far up the hill, they don't walk up. They don't tape
My
anything. to it.
mailbox is close to the house.
Yeah, so, so where are we at with this? I don't wanna,
Let's rethink it a little bit, if that's okay. And not shoot for Valentine's Day.
you wanna hold off?
Give you more time to.
We'll brainstorm.
Yeah, exactly.
And then maybe if the kids do decide tomorrow to do it, maybe I can reach out to you, and if you know people within the town that are alone and they would love to get a Valentine's Day card that would make their day, then we can hand deliver them, or we can figure out a way. Maybe the group here can help figure out how, because we can't have the kids do it for delivery, so
Yeah.
we could do it that way too.
Yeah, I'd be willing to deliver it anyway.
Yeah,
Right.
because then at least we
I
have
know.
somebody that's special.
Okay.
Because, as somebody mentioned, the cost of postage now is ridiculous.
Right. And I don't think we have an in with the federal government to do anything.
Or
Or
a Toastmaster employee, but I don't have any say.
you don't have any connections. Yeah, you're supposed to have those connections before you leave the office.
Not the postage.
Okay.
We have better forever stamps a long time ago.
Yeah. Thank you, Kelly. 50 was a great number then.
It was.
It's the highest we've
Yeah,
had, so.
right around that, 50 was right around what I was getting pre-COVID, so,
Oh, pre-COVID, okay.
yes.
Good.
That was here, the
Yep,
holiday party? That's nice.
yeah.
And I'm just going to mention that because of COVID, somebody had to bail out because their whole family has COVID tonight. And so she does not, but she didn't want to take the risk of being with people.
That's appreciated.
Very much appreciated, yes. So
That's all we
COVID
need.
apparently is still not off our list.
Oh, no, it's a lot going on.
No, I think I have it.
COVID, last year's RSP, they added to that list.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, social services.
I will try to keep it short and sweet tonight. So just kind of hitting some of the things from Talk Turkey because I just finished it. And our number 50, we'll keep going with that because we had 50 children this year, our all-time high for our holiday gift program. So that was a milestone this year since I've been with social services. 50 wish lists were filled in the town. So highlight some of our sponsors that we had this year. We had some new ones. Barnes Aerospace took on quite a few kids. The Congregational Church always does as well. And then we had Windsor Federal involved, Granby and Windsor, both locations. The Fire Department, Westminster School, and then tons of residents in town. So we got 50 wish lists filled. Then we had a couple of toy drives, which were really great also. Almost Famous, Amped Fitness. This is their second year, both of them doing it. Then the library, their patrons purchased books for all of the children, so that happened.
Awesome.
And All Grove School purchased a coat for every child, brand new coat with their labors of love.
Wow.
So we had lots of goodies. But yeah, again, it was a big year with 50 kids. There's a lot of stuff coming in and out, and a lot of people helping. So to everybody who has, thank you. I appreciate it. I really do. And the knitters who are our seniors, who they always, for as long as I've been here, come in with just bags and bags that they've done all year long. So that's the, kind of final, everybody gets to pick out knitted crocheted goods.
that's nice.
So it's nice. It's really nice to have that homemade stuff. So it was a huge effort. Everybody did it. It came together great. I'm thankful we're in January.
You worked really hard.
I'm
Yes,
happy.
thank you.
It's a great time though. It is a lot of work, but it's really nice. So I'm happy that's done, and we'll do it again next year.
So having a senior moment, so that people ask for help or?
So I reach out to the families who use our food pantry.
Okay.
Yeah. So everybody who uses the friend to friend just receives an application if they want to be part of it.
All right. So they reach out, say yes, this would be
They
great.
say yes.
Okay.
Here's our wish lists.
And you had 50 that
Yeah,
did that.
50.
That's
50 children. Yeah. So, and then we have a couple others who don't use the pantry. I've worked with a family recently that I know, would benefit. So, and then other than that, that was kind of the big, most recent thing we've had going on. Anything else new? Energy assistance is still rolling. Everybody, I know I'm a broken record with that one. And the only other thing that I've kind of lately been getting more calls about and then trying to get more information out about is Eversource. They do have a newer program started last year, just a discount rate program for folks who are within their income guidelines. So that's giving people either a 10% discount on their Eversource bill or a 50% discount depending on where you fall. So I've just been trying to get that information out to folks, not just seniors, but anybody who's in the bracket. So you can just call Eversource or go on their website and search low income discount rate. But they can always call me too.
Is that the same for every town in Connecticut?
Yeah, it's just all across Eversource. Yeah, it's an Eversource program. So in addition to energy assistance, that's just another thing I've been kind of working through. So spread the word. If anyone has questions, give me a call.
Very good. And Talk Turkey, you just mentioned that. So that's due when? I didn't get a new.
Yesterday.
I might know the editor, so
Yeah, we might be able to work something out if
you
you.
might have until tomorrow when I submit mine,
Okay.
which I have to do tomorrow.
Is there a new schedule?
It's on the website.
Okay,
Or it's on the Talk Turkey, you'll see it.
okay, I'll have to do that.
She knows that, then just submit, she told me.
Okay,
Nicole's so good, she just sends you the list after you submit. So
Oh,
you have
that's
for the
nice.
rest of the year.
oh, perfect. I want to go back to Kelly, because I don't know if you did your Talk Turkey already. But you were talking about your spring. So both of our students are not here tonight due to basketball. And I did ask Danny to check with the teacher, and they said April 5th or April 26th were good dates for our spring cleaning. So since you're working on that calendar,
5th and 26th.
5th and 26th.
Okay.
And just for reference, Easter is the 20th. Okay. So that's, up to you to decide what works best. And then we can start advertising that too if that's what needs to go. Okay. All right. Thank you. Okay, the rest is kind of quick. Good Samaritan program. No activity. Check. Old business, review COA website. I think we're pretty well done with that.
Yeah, that looks pretty good, but,
The members are
verify that
are
everyone's
off now.
sworn in. And that's all set.
The member list I'm looking is off because I think I have Suzanne.
This is how I printed my member list tonight, just didn't print out. So I'm going off of a flash.
Yeah, it's not 100% accurate.
Yeah, it's just the member list, is it? Yeah,
Yeah, I can check with Chris.
as long as everyone's sworn,
Yep.
got sworn in, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay,
which you
that's
did.
it.
So.
Yeah.
Okay. So you got the new list, so you don't need me to give you a new one?
Well, Christine will have it after Donna gives the minutes, and then I'll just make sure the website's all set.
Okay.
Is there a member list on the table? Because I couldn't print it out.
Yeah. Yep, there's,
Did you have extra?
I don't know.
That's all right.
all right. And I haven't done the PowerPoint, but it'll get done.
Can I take a
promise.
picture of that?
It's a work in progress. Everything in my life is a work in progress. All right, 2024 initiatives, we're just wrapping up on those. So the technical lessons on phone and PC, we were thinking about that being in March. So, that Kathy, that's you and Maya. So there's no update on that yet, right?
Correct.
Okay.
There will be by the next meeting.
Okay, perfect. Free attorney elderly law, we've been fighting about this. I think the last we thought was Eden, you were gonna talk to either Bickford or Rosenberger.
Yeah, I'll get back to you on that.
Okay.
I have a meeting with Bickford Thursday, so it just didn't make it in time for them.
Not a problem. Okay, I sent out the flyer again to superintendent and asked for approval. So I haven't heard back. I'm sure I'm in the large pile of emails for her.
Cute.
Yep. Rich Galluccio Sunshine Fund.
No, we haven't had any activity.
Nobody is in need.
No, unless somebody knows somebody. Somebody know anything? I did acquire this list of transportation options in the area. And if we could get some copies and maybe you can take a look and see. It's cabs, it's an extensive list. So for seniors.
If people need rides to like appointments and things.
Yes.
Okay. Suzanne, that kind of falls under yours, right?
Oh, yeah, it can.
Okay.
So can we make a copy for her or?
Yeah, we can make a copy. The door's locked right now, I think, but.
Okay, well,
We have the people that are here that have the keys, so
Is Mikey working there? Yeah.
we can definitely get a copy. Thank you.
you're welcome.
So Suzanne is working on a
Double-sided.
project for us.
This might be helpful for you. A friend
Oh,
did
yeah,
this
thank you.
for herself, so she put a lot of time into it.
Awesome. Thank you. Any new funds coming in to the Sunshine, Lee? Lee? Any new funds coming in?
No, nothing. It's very quiet. I need to really, when I start feeling better, then I'll see if I can put something together.
Okay. I'll put a note in Talk Turkey again.
Okay.
Good idea.
And just mention that. And then also, at least it's okay if I say, if you know somebody that needs somebody to call you,
Reach
right?
out, yep.
Okay,
To me or Kelly.
all right.
Does anybody know anybody that needs flowers or anything like that?
Yeah, shoot me an email if you think of anybody.
Right,
So, okay.
yeah.
How about the family of the person on the Commission on Aging whose entire family has COVID? Is that appropriate or not?
I honestly,
Not really?
not really.
Okay, just throwing it out there.
Yeah, I think we'd get ourselves in quite a little bundle if we ended up doing anybody that has a COVID.
That was
Right?
fast.
Yeah, probably. Good thought though.
Because it goes through the town, the school system pretty fast, I think. So,
Is it for age does it have to be a certain age or?
Seniors.
It would be a senior, right?
For what?
For,
The Sunshine
I'm so sorry. Yeah, for the donations, it would be a senior who needs it, right?
Yes, yes.
Recipients, yeah.
Yeah.
For special needs or just a senior?
Anybody that, is gotten sick and needs a little boost in their morale.
Well, John Webster wasn't a senior, we sent him flowers.
Right.
yeah, we did. That was a medical condition.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, so I think, anyone that
We
would
did
has
it
some
for
special
John.
needs.
John Webster.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
that's what we were mentioning. Okay.
Did we get a thank you?
I don't know that we personally did not get a thank you.
Okay.
I don't know if there's anything on it that they can even send a thank you. The one that I solicited did ask for who could they send the thank you to? And I'm hoping that you got one, Lee. But other than that, I don't know if there's anything when we give something, when the fund gives something, if there's anything on it to say who it's from or how to get a hold of you or whatever.
I was going to
I
ask
think
that.
I sent it.
On the committee.
Right.
Was, that's all.
Yeah,
You know, it's a hers, right? Yeah. So I said that too.
right.
I sent him a gift card. I think that's how it ended up.
And he knew it was from the Sunshine Fund.
Yes.
Sometimes if you're struggling, the thank you might be later to come.
And I
Yeah,
usually
right.
put a note on it from your friends, yada, yada, yada,
Right,
so that they know why they got it.
right. So I agree with that. Sometimes it's hard to do a thank you at this point there.
It
And
would be
I
good
know
to
he was getting ready for surgeries too.
And it would
It was
be
a
good to
tough
do what
time.
we can to keep the Sunshine Fund alive.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
It's not making much interest, that's for sure.
It'll happen.
I'll put it on my list if I see some people this winter that are,
Yeah.
you know,
Could use a pick me
Yeah.
up.
yeah.
now that we're.
How much money is in it now?
2,800. Oh, change.
Okay.
That's very nice,
Yeah.
actually, considering the
Yeah.
way things.
We would like it to balance too,
Yeah.
Yeah.
you know?
Well, it started out at 3, and then I've used, 25 here or whatever, and then we got 25, and,
Still need to do some publicity on that.
yeah.
Right. Okay, new services listing. Suzanne.
We have this great thing that I made for transportation.
I love it. Perfect.
She just said she had a great thing she had for transportation that you just handed
So I
her.
made it, actually.
That's just perfect.
It was, I have a couple things, I only did 2 copies. So I'm not really sure, so I'm gonna be talking with you guys and to you, just to get, if that's something that you want, we're gonna make kind of like a book for your office, so you can just look and pass it around.
Thank you.
Oh, that's nice.
Speaking of books, many years ago, probably about 15 or so, the town put out a nice little telephone
We
directory,
still have that.
and I still use it all the time. Is this something that,
Besides the magnets that we did for you?
Oh, geez.
Was it, like, town services type
It
of?
was
it
the
had town
Chamber of
services,
Commerce.
all the people that
Oh.
were in the town that wanted their
A
name.
booklet that's pretty much this size.
Yeah, and it,
Black
Chamber of
and white.
Commerce did it.
Chamber
Oh,
of
did they?
Commerce. That might have involved Tammy. Tammy might have had something to do with that. Because she was Chamber of Commerce about 15 years ago, wasn't she? Tammy?
Now nobody has home numbers though.
I was in it.
Everyone's gotten rid of their home numbers, so it's like,
yeah. But it was handy.
yeah, I
It
love
was a
that.
phone
Just
book.
jot that down.
Yeah, with
Yeah.
a little.
Just even to,
Yeah, you know what? it has
There's
like a
somebody I can't find, lots of times I can't find the number there.
that's so funny.
I use it all the time, all the time.
Because there's a lot of older.
Because a lot of seniors still have their home.
A lot of
numbers, but other
seniors
than
still have
seniors-
the landlines.
Yeah, I still have a landline.
Yeah.
I'm technically a senior.
Oh, that's a great idea.
So am I. I got rid of my landline, but didn't want to.
Yeah.
I just saw that advertised. Supposedly it's a federal site
It's a great idea.
that has security information for seniors.
Okay.
So that's why
I started with the basics of just housing, so general housing, and then I
Right.
started building that up because people will be asking
that's
about
true.
like.
So we have to take it up with the chamber.
Nursing homes that do it.
Yeah.
Congregate housing.
Yeah, but Kelly was saying it might just be more, a lot of people don't have home numbers anymore.
Okay, I don't know what everybody's looking at or talking about, but can we pull it back together?
Sure.
Sure.
And
Yeah.
one
Chamber of
conversation?
Commerce.
This is really good.
Sorry, my bad.
And then the other big one is the private.
Our
duty
select woman is trying to take over the meeting here. So I'm going to pull it back. What's going on down
Yeah, we're
there?
just talking about the phone book,
Very
the
excited.
15-year-old phone book.
Oh,
We can move
okay.
on.
So.
For seniors.
Was it for seniors or was it for everybody?
No, it's everybody.
Okay.
Everybody in town.
So this is where you're at.
Ideas of
This is
some
really good.
things to
Okay.
start, and then I'll build
Pass it
from there.
around.
But like, one of the things that was about private duty aids, so I don't know if you guys have.
That was
really good.
Yeah, but,
fantastic.
like questions to
Suzanne,
ask an
yes.
agency, how you would pay for private duty aid, examples of agencies, how to hire private, what are the benefits and drawbacks of hiring through an agency versus doing private. So I don't know if that's
Really
stuff that
good.
you could just like know off the top of your head, or you could just have a resource for it.
That's fantastic. Yeah.
So, but there's just a million things to do, so I just started here and then we'll just build it up, and then if you have questions, and then we'll just.
You win,
Quick meeting.
Suzanne. 3-1.
Yeah.
Well, it's really with the transportation piece, that took a while.
And I can add to your
One of
transportation
those
piece.
people for transportation,
Yeah.
the lady also does home care.
Oh, really?
Yes, and I don't remember which one it was, but I think it was like on the first or second page.
Okay.
Okay.
Really helpful.
This is awesome. I mean, really.
Yeah, I mean, it's just gonna kind of like grow, and then we'll figure out. what
Well,
we need.
yeah, because there is so much information that we can.
It's just
Yeah, it's
too much.
great.
Yeah.
It's so much.
Yeah.
Right,
So kind of see what the questions are, what the needs are, and then just sort of go from there.
When you're finished.
right. And what, I'd like to see an area for state agencies versus federal agencies or whatever,
Yeah.
that kind of stuff. So,
Absolutely.
great, thank you. That's coming along. And like I said, I saw that on the news, and it was a federal program that is, so I don't want us to reinvent the wheel. If there's something federally that can help seniors, and that was for security issues, which is another thing that we need to help people with. All right, well, let us know what you need from us too, and what you need from Jess, because she is your or your assistant.
You can email me.
Yeah, okay. So I put you both on it.
See that?
Oh, remaining funds, so last meeting, we decided what to do with the money, but I wanted to do an actual accounting of funds. This is how I travel. So this was the $500 that we got from People's Bank. So there was $100 for gift cards. The notepads were $327. Food and water was $48.90 from Walmart. Balloons were $2.82, which came up to $478.72 out of $500. So the balance was $21.28. Okay? So since you're here tonight, I will be giving you the $21.28 to put in
The other envelope that we
the other envelope.
That's one stamp.
So now I'm official. It's like, I can write that off. It's been in my purse for 9 months, so. And East Granby Cares Day, spring dates, I mentioned to you already. I got an email from Danny. They're not here tonight, but the instructor had said April 5th or the 26th would be good possible dates. So Kelly, you're going to follow up with Danny or Maya to decide on that, right? And let us know? Yep. Okay, Warren, plaque for Rich.
I can report that the boss picked up the ball, ran with
boss.
it, and scored a touchdown.
It is ordered.
What was
it
ordered? We didn't even
The plaque, yeah.
discuss it.
Yeah, we did. I did at the meeting before.
Executive
I said I was gonna do it. And that's why I was like, why is Warren's name on there? But I just don't worry about it. So I just talked with Marie and Lee, and we came up with something. So.
Are you going to tell us what it is?
Oh, yes,
or is this a mystery? Sure.
Yeah, am I missing that? Because I thought it was on my to-do list from the last meeting, but yeah, is that the
I have a
picture of it?
picture.
Okay, thank you for
Because
printing.
I wasn't here at the December meeting. But
Me either, I was at
the
the,
November meeting, I was a
Yeah.
little bit confused about
Well, let's
Warren's-
just see the picture and let's
Yeah.
go forward.
I was a little confused.
I'm trying to keep us to that 1 hour that passed already.
Right.
So let's
Lee was
move
happy
along.
with it, so it'll go on a rock, which will go next to the hydrangeas.
Okay, and Warren, you were looking at the rocks though.
No, I was looking at the whole thing, and I was gonna propose what the vets did, but you probably did something along the same lines.
It's very similar because it's the same company who did it, the vets, so, yep.
There's rocks there already. There's 3
Yeah, so we'll
rocks.
probably
So
put
you
it
could
on
probably
the rocks.
attach it to
Yeah.
one of those rocks.
Yeah.
It's really pretty out there.
Yeah, yeah.
They did a
nice.
great job with the hydrangeas.
Yeah, they did.
So you already have a rock to attach it to?
No, there's rocks out there.
There's rocks there we can attach it to, but yes.
So we don't need to buy a rock?
We don't need to buy a rock, no. And DPW will, they can screw.
Attach it.
They will do it.
So,
It's under $300. It was like $279 or something, $273 or something like that.
Where'd you get the plaque?
A girl at Science Plus does them.
Science Plus.
Yep.
okay. All right. I wish I'd had some input to it because he wasn't only the Commission on Aging, he did a lot for the town in general.
Yeah, but. Okay. I mean, I can probably,
No,
Have it.
it's already ordered, so.
yeah, I mean, but who knows if they started it yet? I mean, I'm assuming they did, but I told them to go ahead with it.
Lee,
What would you-
are you pleased with that?
Well, I haven't seen,
That was the final one that
That
you
was
had
the final one.
Yeah.
I had assumed since you were in the private committee that you had known what it
So
was.
a little better, you know, the picture of it.
I didn't know it was, yeah, I thought.
So
it
is it
was-
silver or white lettering? Black
I
silver?
thought it was my task. I took it as my task to do, so.
Suzanne, this is the warming center, you should not be going.
I know, they heat one up too. Yeah, and I mean, we're the ones.
I don't know how
We're the
I feel
ones
about it.
doing the plaque, so that's why I'm Commission on Aging.
because he was involved on the Board of Ed for 10 years.
Yeah, but like we did the plan, like we did the hydrangea,
Right,
so that's
right.
how it.
So it's like a
Gotcha.
Commission of
focused on
Aging.
that.
Yeah.
Okay, just leave it alone.
Yeah, that's.
Because
Yeah,
it's that dedicated, that's the main thing
Yeah.
here
That
that
he
we
was
want.
chair of the
Commission
a
on
lot of
Aging.
aging, but-
Yes, no, that's fine.
Okay.
Right, it's the COA doing the plaque, not
Yeah.
the DOE.
Right, right.
And here, not
DOE
at
can do
the,
their own
Well,
plaque.
unless you want to itemize what he had been involved in, and I don't, that's not the
But he
point of
also
this.
did a rock over
and it's
here.
here, it's for his
That
role
plaque
here.
would cost like $1,000 because we would have to.
He'd have so many
Yeah.
things.
There's-
We could have it like in
It
bronze.
was
but
us
double.
honoring.
No, you did fine.
Okay.
I'm happy.
That's. what I
Okay,
had in
so
mind.
that's good, that's.
Yep, good.
I mean, not that you're the only vote that matters, but you are a very
Yeah.
important vote.
No, and she
To
made
make
a lot of
sure-
changes to it. We made changes to it, you know,
Yeah.
like you really
And
had a
the,
lot of input.
and the parentheses COA is not there. You said that was going to be taken out,
Yeah,
Commission on Aging.
it just says Commission on Aging,
Yeah.
the CO
Yeah.
is not there.
So it's
That's fine.
hydrangeas in loving memory of Rich Galuccio, dedicated member of Commission on Aging, and there's that design there,
Yeah.
donated by family. And
Fine.
when we felt that it was up to you if you wanted it to have your names or
No,
whatever. you know?
no.
Yeah.
Just leave it like it is, it's fine.
So I felt that the bottom line was you, Lee, you know?
Oh, okay, well,
Not that I was
I
part of
gave
the-
my approval.
Not that I was
Right.
on this committee to do this, but you had shot me the
Yeah, because,
text and question about what, you know, where to
Yeah.
go. So I didn't know what was going on.
We just hope that all those hydrangeas live through the winter.
exactly. They
And I
look
did take
good.
pictures.
Yeah.
When
They
I
look good
stopped
for
by.
winterized
When I swore
hydrangea.
in, I went to take pictures of Monday,
Mhm.
and they're all doing beautifully. And it's
Yeah.
really a nice spot. And then there's, so you got like half a dozen of them, and then there's 3 rocks behind it. And the way they did it, it really, you could put like the plaque on one of the middle rocks. So I have a picture I'll show you afterwards.
Okay,
That's fine.
Great.
No. I'm
thank you. Okay, so, Eden, thank you very much. And Warren, thank you for checking out the rocks. And
Warren, if you want to buy a rock. You
can buy a rock
you can put it on your rock.
Saying,
Before we like adhere it to a rock.
Running by the hole.
Yeah,
I'll check it out.
Yeah, inspect the rock, make sure it's hard.
yeah.
Okay. Alzheimer's program, Kelly, I did forward that to you, right? Please say that I did.
If you did,
Alzheimer's?
I'm not recalling.
Okay.
Possible you did.
You were not here last month.
Correct.
So, I had a list of Alzheimer's programs off their site, and I had talked to the person that actually came to our wellness fair. So they have a lot of programs that are available, and they are willing to do any kind of program for us here as a community, or the question was whether or not we wanted to ask them to come to a meeting. So, do you remember getting anything from me on that?
Nope, but it's very possible that a lot of times if I get stuff for like future programs and I'm not working on the newsletter, I just print it and then I stick it in my folder of programs to look at when I'm doing my newsletter.
Okay,
So it's possible I just printed it and it's just not sticking in my.
okay, so I'll send it to you just
December
in
was
case.
busy.
So we just want to, yeah, we want to look at it and see if we want to invite them to a meeting to talk about anything, or if we want to plan an Alzheimer's program for the town.
Okay, so are you looking to do it like the commission's going to play on that program or you're sending it to me to see if I wanted to run a program?
I don't think we do an evening program.
Well, it depends.
Since you run all of the programs for the seniors, I would assume that it would be a program that you would run, and that's why I'm leaning toward your advice as to whether or not, what would be useful, if it would be useful, when would it be useful.
Yeah, then I'll take a look, either if I didn't print it out or I'll take a
So,
look and see if it's
You know,
something I
it
wanna
was
do.
just, you know, because everybody, Alzheimer's seems to be such a big issue that we kind of thought that it might be good to have something for the town. Now, who runs that? I don't really care. If you know I'm here to assist with anything.
Oh, sure, yeah.
So-
I'm working on the spring, I'll see if I can
Right.
figure something for the spring and, but at least I have it as a resource. Like if it doesn't work in the spring, I can do
Oh,
it.
absolutely. I mean, we don't have to do anything, you know, right away.
I
so.
appreciate it. I like to get ideas.
Remember?
Right.
Like, 'cause that would be a younger population that might like an evening program.
Yes, and once she sees the list, she may decide. And I don't know. I don't know how many caregivers we have in town.
Well, I mean, like, people like my mom who are trying to find care for my grandparents, like,
Right.
they're the ones I think you target, because you don't really educate people with Alzheimer's as much, because it doesn't really stick, but you really educate the caregivers and the
No,
family
yes.
members and how
Yes.
to cope with it and how to react to.
Yes, the Alzheimer's programs are not for the people with Alzheimer's.
But that's usually
Right.
people who are still working and would like.
Oh, okay, that's true. So we may end up taking
Doing
it
it as a-
back or whatever.
Yep.
But look at it for me and
I will.
kind of.
Thank you for sending it along. Sorry.
Okay,
I
believe it
forgot.
or not, we're at the youth action for you. I put you on the
I
agenda.
know, so we talked about it, and then reaching out to the kids to see if they're interested in having, like you come, or someone coming, a couple people coming to talk about it. Okay, so I can get back to you.
Okay, and then the Valentine cards too, if there's something
Yeah,
you
we'll
need.
tap in.
Yep,
That's perfect.
perfect.
And then if I need supplies, then I have some.
Yep. I
I
have,
will deliver, give me the amount of time I'll deliver.
yeah, and I can deliver too. And I have colored paper too,
I
so,
can deliver.
and Warren can deliver too.
I know.
So you got deliverers. New business, I'm trying to get there. Initiative for 2025, for the next meeting.
Yes.
Not for this one. I want your ideas. If you could send it to me ahead of time, that would be good. I could do a list, but we need to come up with what our initiatives should be for this year, for our commission. Okay? So try and come up with 2 ideas. Hopefully there'll be some overlap. And submit them and we'll vote on them and decide what we want to do. Okay? I did add to mine senior living, which we already talked about. So I assigned that to Eden. She's going to look into that to see, you know,
Aye.
Yeah, if that's something we as a commission should be like investigating or something, because I guess there's nobody else, right? I don't know.
Well, I'd be interested.
You want to live there.
Yeah.
Yep. You've had enough. My kids would put me in there in a heartbeat. They're already packing the stuff. So,
Mine did.
I tell them I'm on the 10-year plan of cleaning out the house.
I don't,
I've got
I
8
wouldn't
years
mind
left.
something here in
So,
town.
Yeah.
Be nice.
Right.
yeah. I know.
She was talking about
Well,
another town.
I had to do my mother's
Yeah.
house.
Yeah, we just have it.
Yeah. I had the fabric left from baby clothes that she made for me. So it was,
Like the ones, those horrible ones on.
yeah, okay.
East Street? or-
All right,
Over in
so
Granby.
that
They
is
have
where
that.
I'm at the agenda. So, comments from the public. I don't think we have any public. So, thank you for those comments.
6,000.
And comments from COA. Warren, I'm going to start with you.
I say Happy New Year. So I hope everyone had a good holiday season, everybody was safe, and let's hope for 2025 to be a real solid year for us.
What he said, thank you.
Yes,
Ditto.
I love it.
I double it.
And I triple it with good health and safety and happiness
Exactly.
for 2025. For
It's
all.
got to be better than 24.
The same.
Yes.
It's nice to see everyone.
Elise, okay.
The only thing I didn't mention, and so when it's not 20 below zero, come by the pavilion, the ceiling fan is on, the lights are in, and the outlets are all in, it's all done. So the pavilion is finalized, there it is.
Very pretty.
It looks really nice. Are
So,
those lights on all the
That pretty?
time?
no,
I just printed this out tonight.
Uh,
That printed out.
Thank you.
yeah, so check it out when it, I mean, feel free to check it out at 20 below, but.
Awesome.
Does it have heat?
Thank you. Yeah,
Now
when's the
heat.
fireplace coming?
Now
Months out of the
heat.
year.
No, we can add on. We could have like a new table to match the beautiful benches.
marshmallows.
Yeah. If
Happy
the
New
Boy
Year,
Scouts are
everyone.
listening,
Yep.
and
Yeah,
have a fireplace.
I just want to thank everybody. Yes, Happy New Year, and I want to thank everybody for stepping up and all our new arrivals, our new members. And thank you for all your help, and let's have a great year. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Motion to adjourn.
Good thing we have to adjourn.
I second.
Adjourned at 7:54.
Oh, I'm gonna ask.